Eggy Drago. I am the cream of the crop. I am the yolk on top. It was in early 2024 that I decided to go to an idol show in Japan on a whim because my graduated VTuber Oshi really liked idols. Needless to say, I got hooked. I think we like idols. After I met and talked to two English-speaking idols there, Hyria, Haigumi, I realized every single idol has a story, be it why they chase this dream, their ups and downs, and even their future after all this. And that's what I'm here to do, to give idols around the world a spotlight beyond the stage and a place to tell their story. Every idol has a dream and a story to tell. This is IDOLEYEZ.
Here comes a new challenger!
An angel floating in purgatory, Tchii joins the show to talk about her idol journey from her debut at last year's Otakon to her recent birthday live this year. All eyes on me. IDOLEYEZ, episode 101. Tchii.
It is on.
Oh, wait, hang on. Go. There we go. Hello, everybody.
I live.
You live.
Hello.
I am the cream of the crop. I am the yolk on top. This is Mighty Eggy Drago with IDOLEYEZ, episode 101 with our guest for tonight. She is from the heavens. She is the master of the pom-poms. This is Tchii. Pew, 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 pew.
Hi.
Hello, Tchii. How are you?
I'm doing good. It's a Friday, so like, how bad could I be doing on a Friday?
For sure. Well, thank you so much for accepting this invitation to be on the show. I remember I first heard about you last year. I think Ando was like, hey, this person is debuting. I think this was Otakon now presenting.
Yes.
He sent me the link. I was like, cool, I'll follow. And then I didn't see, like, there was like no public performances uploaded wherever. But like when Idol Village Volume 4 came around and I watched that live, I was like, yes! Because I saw that performance a few months ago. And then I was like, I saw your performance. I was like, I want them on the show. And now 4 months later, we're here. So
Yay. Thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
for sure. So might as well get things ready with something that I always ask every single guest, which is who or what got you into idol culture / J-pop culture?
Okay. I got so many details for this. Okay, so to be quite honest with you, this started when I was so young, when I was itty bitty sized. Like my cousin was a millennial who was very into Japanese culture. So she was studying Japanese culture and she was bringing me things back from Japan. And she would even give my mom like like little VHS tapes of like Hello Kitty, I remember. And then I was always very trinket prone. I'll call it trinket prone. So I was really into Tamagotchis. And I feel like when I was online, kind of trying to research all this stuff myself, I was going down other rabbit holes. And eventually I came across also Odotemita videos. And then YouTube started suggesting like other things as well. So I feel like that was really it. And then I said that like the groups that I think I came across were like a lot of Hello Project groups and things like that. So I think that's kind of where my start came from, is just like a hyperfixation on cute things and going down too many internet holes unsupervised.
Well, you know, that's usually the way things go if you're a kid.
Yeah.
With Hello Project, did you have like a specific group that you were really into?
So I think that like the first group that I was into, I wrote, it was cute. It was definitely cute because although I had maybe seen things here and there, the first like conscious thing that I did, I typed in cute pink Japanese music video into the YouTube search bar, and it was like, you know, like when people like re-upload music videos and give them whatever title.
Yeah.
So it was Okina Ai de Moteneshite by Cute, and it came up because I typed in cute. Um, and yeah, it was that. And then in the suggested video, I think right after it, it was Smile Ages, Yume Miru 15 Sai. So that, and then also the Shugo Kara groups. I cannot, I think it was just, again, another like internet diving. And I just kept going. I was like, things this cute exist? Well, my life was changed. I really could not believe it.
So with that being into Hello projects, um, leading into that, because I was researching on your IG, but I want to ask, what was the very first idol event or concert that you went to?
So continuing on, and I also realized I kind of forgot to say this. What I said was still true, but it was Morning Mizume 1-4 in New York City. So in 2014, Morning Mizume came to New York, and that was like my true enlightenment. My life was changed forever. At that point, I was already really, really into Morning Mizume. And it was kind of funny. Like, I know it's like such different details, but I remember that I went to something called Hello Party, which is a celebration that they have like before Hello Project concerts, apparently. And I think at the time I was like the youngest one there. I don't remember. um, but at the same time, I had gotten to go look for like a Tamagotchi in the store. And then I was like, oh, let me go to Hello Party, like totally unplanned. And I had so much fun at that. It is definitely like a core memory. And you can still find clips of it on YouTube, I think. Um, but then the next day was the concert. And that was so amazing for me at that very young age because I also had the opportunity of getting like the handshake DVD ticket situation that they had.
Hmm,
So you got to like meet all the members and it was really fun. Yeah.
I see. Being like that'd be like way back, but like seeing a Japanese group like Morning Musume in America is kind of crazy, especially
Yeah.
now when like there's groups coming in from like Korea and maybe Japan, but like years ago, not a lot, rarely, you know. So
Yes. Yeah. And I remember I don't even want to think about it. It's so tragic for me. But I remember not too long after Momoiro Clover Z had come to New York and I missed that. Unfortunately, I was not old enough to have conscious like thought to be able to do those things yet. But um and then I also missed Perfume in 2018. But
no.
we don't need to talk about that right now. Okay, this is a happy stream. And I did see Kiari Pemu Pemu in 2016, which was really great experience at the time. So that was really fun.
I
And I
think
think that was
I think
Mhm.
Ando went to that concert. I think
In New York in
in New York
2016.
in 2016, probably. He's pretty into KPP, so
Okay. I was really, really, really into her at the time. I literally, I'm sorry, but like you could put me in a box. I would be anywhere I went. I had a Tamagotchi and I was listening to like Kiari Pamu Pamu in my headphones, and that was it. I didn't need anything else. It was very like Tchii, to be honest with you. Or like it was usually Kiari, but like of course it was like Hello Project groups too. But I think at a certain point in time, it was like Kiari all the time. So that yeah.
I see. So a lot of J-pop concerts, a lot of Hello
Mhm.
Project, but what really got you inspired to become a Kaiga idol?
I actually did. What did I write for this? I think it was, even without reading, I felt like I wanted to live my life for like a very straight to the point kind of like explanation. I had kind of like fallen out of love with like all of my hobbies and like passions. And I wanted to like stop talking myself out of doing things because, oh, it's cringe. Oh, it's not like this is like, I don't know, like whatever reason you can think of, I'd be like, no, let's not do this. And eventually I got to this point where I was like, if you want to like enjoy your life and like like live. You can't, you have to just do it. You have to just do things. And I think in regards to everything that I do now, that's kind of like where that's kind of like where everything that I do now, whether it's cosplay, idol stuff, anything, that's where that mindset I think came from. Because I would be like, oh, I can't do this or I can't cosplay that, whatever it is. And then I was just like, I'm just going to do it. And I'm just going to make stupid videos also. And that, kind of ended up taking off. And I was like, well, that you should just do things. Like, why are you waiting? So I really wanted to reconnect with the things that I loved the most in my life, which had always been um, like nerd culture and cosplay and idols since I was low key like born, whether I knew it or not, and reapproach that in a new way and fall back in love with it. I think,
Hmm,
yeah, that's pretty much it.
yeah. So with that in mind, you officially debuted at Otakon, now presenting Idol Festival last year. Um,
Mm.
what inspired you to apply for specifically that festival at Otakon?
You know, this is one that I was thinking about, and I can't remember. Like, I knew that I wanted to try doing more like performing oriented things and specifically J-pop style like idol things, but I was trying to think like what how did I even know that this existed? Like I can't remember. But if I were going to try to tie it back to something, I think I was talking to another idol and they I think I asked them like what are like some ways that I can get more into this? Like, what are good recommendations? And I think one of them that they said was Otakon. I was already super familiar with Otakon in the sense that I just seen the name around a lot. Because when I would be doing my little internet dives, I'd often find videos of like, I think it was, I hope this isn't, I don't know anything, but I hope this is okay to say, but like, um, I think it was Dansu Topantsu, like at Otakon, like doing like dance covers, which was like a really old dance group that if I remember correctly, I think
Yeah,
Jenny was in.
Jenny and
But
Alex Pinku, I'm pretty sure.
see, I didn't know about the Alex Finky part, but I know Jenny because I think she said it. But like it was Dansu Topantsu, and then there was like another one, and I just remember being like, oh my gosh, look at all these slightly older than me like people doing this thing that I love. That is so great and inspiring. Um, but I would also just see, I don't know, like on Tumblr, like Otakon, I went to Otakon, things like that. And I was like, oh, I've always seen like good things about it. And it would always make sense that there would be like J-pop centric like events happening there. So yeah, I think that's kind of how I decided to go about now presenting. But the thing about now presenting, I'm not gonna lie, is that like I didn't fully like understand like what I was getting myself into. I was just like, I want to do idol things and I want to perform and have fun and entertain people. Um, they were like, okay, and you got a meet and greet at 12, and you fill out this form for your merchandise. And I was like, do you what? I just wanted to dance. Like, and then and then they were like, and the soundtrack, I'm like, I mean, that makes sense, but like, and like you should. Somebody was like, you should sing at least, and I was like, sing, okay. No, like I low key like wanted to sing, but like obviously I was a dancer first, and singing was very intimidating for me. And then I was like, okay, I'll dance two songs and sing one, but I was still like, I probably should have sang more. Whatever. But yeah, that is my Otakon now presenting, yeah, whatever you want to call it.
So with Otakon, you apply, you get in. Um, but foundation wise, two things. I do want to ask, where did the concept of being an angel come from, and also where did your name come from?
this one, this one I'm gonna have to read because where did my I wrote so much. Where did it go? Did I accidentally just delete the? on. Give me 1 second. Hold on. That's so funny. No, I didn't. Did I?
I mean, if you
Okay.
want to do it off the dome, that's fine too.
Oh, but it's so intricate. This is the one that I like. Hold on. Give me just 1 second. I'm gonna just open it up right here. Eggy, I'm putting you away, okay?
All right, that's
You're
fine.
going into hiding right now. Okay, I have no idea what I just did to my own email, but that's okay. So for this, I had written, oop, there we go. Get out of here, Eggy, you're in my way.
Oh no.
I actually don't even know. I'm so baffled. Where did it go? I'm so sorry. This one I like had to prepare because I will start trying to talk about it because it was so intricate. So, long story short, it originally came from, you're not gonna believe this at all, but Tamagotchi.
Oh,
So I, as I probably mentioned like 500 times, just one singular time tonight, I was very into like Tamagotchis. So that name kind of incorporates like my real name and like what I love. And it just made like the most sense. I remember like asking people, I was like, oh, should it be like this name or this name? And they were like, you have to do this name because it's literally you. And I was like, okay. So following the decision like of like my name, of course, everything else is kind of built from that. So there's actually like a Tamagotchi device called the Tamagotchi Angel. And that is like, I think my favorite, to be honest. So I felt like not only did I really like this thing, but also I loved its concept and I felt like I like related to it in a sense. So the Tamagotchi angel, you have to take care of like an angel character. And if you leave it, you have to take care of an angel character and you have to like work really hard and even complete like a certain amount of good deeds. And if you leave your Tamagotchi angel unsupervised for too long, um, the devil Tamagotchi will come and try to attack it, and it could start to become a fallen evil Tamagotchi or die.
I see.
And I was like, wow, it's just like me.
Uh,
So, mhm.
I see. By the way, to your camera froze.
What? Oh my goodness. The internet hates me. Hold on. I am so sorry. Okay, let's see if I can get this to not freeze because I can see you. Hold on, hold on. Okay, I don't know why it's doing that. Okay.
Yeah, audio's good. I think you have to be. There
That
we
is
go.
so fun.
Yeah,
Oh
you have
my
to.
God, that is so funny. Here, okay,
Yeah, I think you have to be fully active on Discord.
okay.
Alrighty.
Oh, I didn't realize that I had you swiped. Oh, yes, I still had you swiped to the side. I'm sorry.
All right, you're good.
So,
So
all right.
Tamagotchi.
Yes. But also, I do like to talk about this, but I don't talk about it as much because I'm like, people don't care about this. Like, I care about it, but I am also like an aerialist.
Hmm.
So I had always felt like even like way before like the idol stuff, I had felt like aerial when I was doing like aerial in the air, like in the moment, it was like a very calm and like healing kind of feeling. Sorry, that rhyme didn't make me. I was like, no. But it was a very like healing experience. And I technically can fly. So I would also like joke around and describe that like when I was doing aerial, like that's my angel mode because you will never see me be that graceful in real life. But like when I'm in the air spinning in circles for some reason, I like lock in. Like that's it. And I'm just like, yes, this is it. So I kind of pulled from that as well. Um, and I think that the color scheme of things, right? Like my color is white. So I ended up just choosing like the color white because I felt like there was not really one color that suited me. And the color white like reminded me of things that made me feel very calm and like comforted. So like whatever, like clouds, or like, you know, like when you wake up in the morning in the winter and you look out your window and everything is just totally covered in snow and you're just like, the whole world is asleep right now.
Yeah.
And it's like so peaceful. Um and because I didn't feel like there was one color that suited me, I felt like the color white, in a sense, like represented a blank canvas that I could put like anything on. And I also just very like visually and aesthetically like the way that it looks. So, with all those things being considered, I feel like I didn't really pick my concept. I almost feel like it picked me, as funny as that is to say. So, yeah, that is where that came from,
So
I would say.
just landed in your hands. Snowy,
Yes.
white, angelic. So
Yes. But
interesting.
a little bit chaotic too.
So now going into now presenting, you apply, you get in. What were the songs on your set list that for that performance?
Wait, that was, let me see if I can open this up now. Inboxes. Okay. So the songs on my set list were Shin Takarajima, Ichiwaru na Hello by Perfume, and Oshino Maho by Honeyworks slash Takane no Nadeshiko, I think is the name of the group correctly. Um, but yes, so those were the songs that I ended up picking. And did you ask why I picked those songs? I'm sorry.
Uh, yeah, I mean, if you want to say that.
Oh, no, it's okay. I wasn't sure if you asked it, but
I'm I do want to ask, like, because Shin Takarajima has been in your set every single performance that I've seen you in. So Ivy, I think you did Angel's Rain, maybe. No, you did it in
oh no, no.
the other performance that you sent me.
Yukibana, Yukibana.
Yukibana, yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's been a regular one. Why specifically that song?
Okay. I love that song so much. I remember when I didn't like have like proper access to like, I don't know, like there was a period of time like in the early like J-pop like idol scene where music was very very hard to access. So so for my birthday, my cousin would get me Japanese iTunes gift cards in like 10 plus years ago, because she's like, "Oh, I know you like this music, so here you go." The same cousin that would be going to Japan, right? Of course, she's like my worst influence. Um yeah. And so I would obviously use them, and it was such a hassle. Thank God like most of this stuff is on Spotify at this moment in time now. Um but I would be always see like, okay, iTunes would have like the recommended music at the top of the page all the time.
Yeah.
And Shin Takarajima had just released, so it was a featured release basically. And I remember I clicked on it and I was just like, oh my God, the Shin has been Takarajima. Like, I was just like, I don't know, like the tune just got me. And it was so happy sounding and so bouncy. And I was just like, I don't know, like that was it. Like my brain just attaches to certain things like that. And I was listening to it all the time. And I don't know exactly why it came to my mind when Now Presenting was afoot, because like this was 2016 that I'm talking about. So like we're 10 years later now, and Shin Takarajima, maybe it was in a playlist, but I just thought that like this is such an amazing vibe that I think like I would love to bring it to an audience. But I am also myself. How can I make this even more chi, basically? So that goes into the next maybe potential question that you have.
Right. So with Shintaka Ajima, you had that dance break, memorable
Mhm.
with the pom poms, and then I guess before the song, I guess with IV, you asked for everyone that does Woroge to be on the stage. Um,
Mhm.
so the Thunder Snakers, as you call them. So with that,
Yes. Voda revokes. Thunder Snakers only.
you first did this in Now Presenting. I saw a story of it, a clip on your story, on the archive highlight, whatever. But like,
Mhm.
how did you come up with that idea to have like Wodage or like the pom pom dance break?
Okay. So for that, I've been like an Idol fan for like so long. Obviously, like I'm geriatric. I'm sorry.
Oh
Like,
no, don't say
uh,
that. No, you're good.
but I've been an Idol fan for so long. Like before I even could have like independent thinking processes. But like, um, I I'm like, okay, so like as you see, like modernly, like woda culture is like so intense, especially now, like coming over to the States even more in a way that people know enough about it that it can be this intense right now. Um, but it was not like that. As pretty much all of us kind of know, for the longest time, this is a super recent thing. So it always existed, but having it over here is just like a poof, it did not exist. So I would be constantly watching like Idol lives, and there would always be some kind of they're swinging the lights. I just call them light swingers. I don't even know. And they, um, it really intrigued me because I was like, what an interesting way to cheer for somebody on stage. Like, what happened to, yeah, I love you. No, it was the and the da 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 and then going around in circles. And I was just like, but it's also like really beautiful as its own like dance style. And I always wanted to try it. That was when I had met Aniwaza. And it was actually Ari who I had met at Anime Expo. I'm so sorry, I harassed that man. And I was like, "Can you please help me learn the any Wodige? I want to do this because I really want to do something that like I've always wanted to do, and I want this to like represent me. I don't know that much about it. Please show me." And he was like, okay, but you're gonna have to do this, whatever. Like, I don't know. He's just like, I can't show you this part, but you gotta do this, whatever. And he sent me like a video. It was really nice because we had only met like quite recently at that point. So I really appreciated that he helped me out with that. And then it was like at Otakon that I would be like, wait, am I doing this right? And he'd be like, I am in the middle of something right now. And I was like, I know, but I go on stage tomorrow. I'm so sorry. If you ever see this, I'm so sorry. But I still remember Thunder Snake to this day, so it wasn't for nothing. Um, but yeah, so the way that it ended up coming about, besides just the fact that I was like wanting to finally try Wotoge, and also I had recently done my first Wotoge workshop with Eniwaza at Enitomo that year. So I really wanted to just kind of try to learn more about it as much as I could with the time that I had. And I had also the choreo for Shin Takarajima in the music video. They are using pom poms the entire time. I thought that would also make it a really fun song to do because I love the choreography. And I'm, like I said, like kind of a dance first person. So if I see something that's kind of like, ooh, this is catching my attention, this would be so fun to do on stage. And then I was like, but if I'm holding pom poms, like, am I gonna swap them out for Wotoge, for pen lights, or sorry, I don't even know. I'm sorry. I read somebody say Wotoge sticks, and now I keep
Oh,
saying it almost unironically.
you, UOs.
I'm not even. It was so funny. I was like, Wotoge sticks, and I've literally had people turn their heads and go like this to me because I keep saying, "Yeah, grab your Wotoge sticks," and I'm like, "Wait, I don't. I didn't mean it seriously," but I accidentally keep saying it. But so I was like, I didn't really want to like have to do that swap out. But then I was also like, this would also just be fun, like and funny. Like I was just like using the pom poms. They'd be like oh, I see what you did there. And I was like, yeah, I know my brain is so big. Um, and then I saw that there were like glow in the dark pom poms and things like that.
Hmm.
But I was like, that's not gonna work out. So I started looking up like ways to make like the pom poms light up. And yeah, that is pretty much how that came about. Yeah. It was a bunch of chaotic like cheat thought processes, and I was like, this will be fun. That's usually how it goes.
Well,
Yeah.
it's it's memorable because like you do it. It's a I guess it's a staple for your set list. So it's awesome.
Yes.
Keep bringing that. So
Thank you. It's kind of a staple, but I also have a problem where I want to perform new songs every time, which I realize over time is not reasonable, but I really want to. So, Shin Takarajima, I've decided at this point, I want to save it for where I know I can get like the crowd involved, because the first time I was doing it, I even said to the crowd, like, and now presenting, I was like, can I show you guys what I learned this weekend? Because I really had just learned it that weekend. And following that, I was like, this is something many of you know. So why are you not doing it with me? Hmm.
hmm.
So Yukibana, and I know you saw that footage. It was really cool, right? Like
Yeah.
the angle of that footage where they were in the front, and it was, I don't remember the third person, but it was Jace and Derek. And they made me so happy because I was just like, my Thunder Sneakers, please come to the front. And they like came to the front, and I was like, oh my God, like I love you guys. And they really just made that performance so much more amazing because they engaged with what I was doing, and it was really fun. And then Idol Village, I was like, this stage is so big, and you guys can just come on it in 5 seconds. So, as many of you who can fit on this stage are going to fit on the stage for this part. And then you are just going to wing it with me. And it will be a lot of fun. Yeah. But it really, really was a lot of fun. And I really, if I ever get the chance to do that at a bigger event or stage, I would love to somehow figure out how to get even more people to participate. That would be so cool. Like really
Nice.
cool.
So Shin Takarajima,
Mm.
probably probably my favorite song that you've done performed. So
Yay.
so back to now presenting. You do your performance, 3 songs. As you said earlier, you were bombarded with like meet and greet, sound check. Since I would assume this is your first time doing like Tokoten or Bupan, how was that
Mm.
doing that for the first time?
So, look, I remember what I wrote. It's like I studied. Um, but I also remember it from the heart. Okay. I remember it from the heart. But okay, so truly, like my first thought was like, oh my God, I can't believe these people want to talk to me. Like, that's crazy. Like, I genuinely could not believe that people wanted to talk to me. And even to this day, I cannot believe that sometimes people want to come and talk to me. Like, who are you people? What are you doing here? But no, but like in all seriousness, um, I remember having a very, very, very distinct feeling of like these people when they were coming to talk to me, I was like, this is more real than I think it is. Like I said, like I wasn't fully, knowing what I was getting myself into, because my first true utmost thought process was I just want to perform and entertain people because like I was kind of like good at it. And I didn't think much about like, oh, I was like, who, when they said merch, I was like, who is gonna buy stuff of me? Like, what are you talking about? I'm not even joking. I was just like, what? like, like I didn't think, like I could understand having merch, but I could not ever believe that people would actually want to buy merch. But you know what? I am somebody that like if I'm gonna do something, I want to try to do it as full out as I reasonably can with what I have in that moment. So I got to drawing and I drew my merch and I drew whatever and I bought my camera. Rest in peace, camera. And I cut open my fingers, making pins and whatever. And it was like this whole thing for me. And I was like, we're going to do this. We're going to do this exactly how it's supposed to be done. And that was like still like super crazy to me. But then when I was talking to people, what made it feel like what I was doing was more real than like I thought was they and this is gonna sound like an anime speech, I guess. I'm really good at that though. Um, they were telling me, like, genuinely, they were telling me like their hopes and their dreams and why what I did inspired them and like how it made them feel. And they were saying I wish I hope I can do that too. And they were asking me these questions like, what made you want to do this? Like, wow, I really love this song choice. Like, and I was just like, why are you? I genuinely was like, why are you telling me this? But I sat there for a second and I was like, I'm an idol today. Like,
Yeah.
they're telling me this because I am their idol for today. Like, you know what I mean? And I was like, they're there to connect with somebody like me the same way that I want to entertain people to like connect with them. And I think that that made me be like, this is like as real as you let it be. And that was truly like the utmost thought process and experience of my first Toku Tenkai because it stood out so much to me, I think.
I see. Cause like being
Yeah.
in your shoe, if you were in the Woda shoes, like for example, if
Mm,
like Morning Musume did Bupon, like you would probably do
mm.
the same thing. Like tell them that, yeah, that'd be crazy. But like I get that. It'd be like the same thing. So
Yes, but like, first of all, yes, when I left Morning Mizume concert, I walked out of the handshake crying my eyes out. And my sister, who was forced to take me because my mom just could not, she was like, who did this to you? And I was like, Michishige Sayumi's in there, um, and like I was like not, and I don't even like at that age, I was like not like comfortable crying in front of people, but I was just bawling my eyes out. I was like, I can't believe I was so into this group and I was like, I'll never have the opportunity to see them. And the same few months later, they announced like a New York, like, oh my God, that's so funny. But yes, so from that perspective, I get it. But I think my problem, and almost like if I'm being completely honest, I'm always a little too honest, sorry. Um, I think I almost like self-sabotage in that way because for me to sit there and be like, oh, but I could be that person to others is very hard for me to like consider sometimes. Like, I love that I could do that because I've been told like over 20 times in my life, like, oh, you would make a great motivational speaker. And I'm like, I don't know about that, but maybe I could be an idol. Like, so the fact that I have the opportunity to communicate with people and like all the whatever anime protagonists speaking and then anything else that I do like has a place for some people to form like a genuine connection with them and genuinely potentially inspire them is truly what I think at the core of anything is what I enjoy like most about it as well. So yes.
I I think for me, I kind of like I relate to that because this show, I keep thinking that this show is just a show, but people genuinely want to be on it. I'm like, it's a podcast, but like for some people, for a lot of people, it is the main deal that that makes that seals the deal for becoming a Kaiga idol. But it's like
Mhm.
it's a show, but like for other people, I get that.
It's their Friday night at 8 p.m. I'm grabbing my dinner. Aggie's on Idolize right now. I'm so excited. What idol is it going to be today? Like, like that's really
Yeah, but like
in,
it's
mhm.
it's crazy. Like like being in your shoes, having someone tell you that. I was like, for the first time, like, whoa, you know.
Yeah, or that they just like had like similar thoughts to me or anything like that. I don't know. Like it was just really cool, I think. So, yeah.
Hmm. So with now presenting done, you've had
Mhm.
like from then to I guess now, you've had a lot of performances. We'll talk about Angel's Reign a little bit later, but like in between that, what are some performances that come to mind?
My favorite performance to date, outside of Otakon, I have a curse. So like at every one of my performances, pretty much I've had like technical difficulties and not even like super minor ones, like extreme ones. I had that at my favorite show to date, but I don't feel like it super detracted from the experience of it because as a chaos connoisseur, I sometimes think that a little bit of chaos makes the moment more memorable. So my favorite show has been Yuki Bana in January, actually. And I feel like if you watch that video back, you can tell that like I'm not even joking. So many things went wrong that day, and some that I'm like, I don't even know if I should say that because it's like I don't know who I'd be like making look too bad, but like um there there was like a lot of issues with sound check that was pushed like almost hours, and there's not like I don't even it was not even the people doing like the Idol Fest, it was like the people behind the people behind the people that didn't actually know what we were trying to do. So like there was no real sound check, and my I was doing Shin Takarajima, and that was like my best Shin Takarajima to date. I really practiced to try to get my vocals more stable for that and to just I don't know, like have fun with it. And I was so happy because it was snowing outside, and I've always wanted to do a show where it was snowing outside. Um, but so at one point during that set, I had done like the dance breaks started to happen, and I realized before I went on stage, I was like, okay, can somebody put my mic stand out? And I had to go on stage just because like I'm called out on stage, and I realized that my mic stand was not put out on the stage. So now I'm like, okay, the dance break is coming. I turn my head to the left and I'm
Suck
like,
there.
no. I literally like, oh, my mic stand. Like, and everyone's just like, oh, like, what is happening? And I am like, all right, you know what? We just got to keep it going. I see the mic stand. I'm like, I'm trying to put the mic in it. I get the mic in it. Wait, it gets better. Wait, I'm sorry. It's really a little bit funny. Like, it's just like so. I'm cursed. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I literally am cursed. So I get the mic stand out, and I put the microphone in, and I'm trying to like hey guys, like how's it going? And Kari's sitting there, she's like flinging her pom poms around, trying to keep people entertained, and uh I run out of time to like fully set up the mic stand, and I'm just like, okay, we gotta run and we gotta just break into the dance sequence. And we got Derek, Jason, who, and I'm sorry, I can't remember this other person. I love you though. And they're just sitting there because I said I'm gonna cue you in. They did not get a cue. Cheers run into the center of the stage, and we're hitting the thunder stake, and they just go along with it, and I love them so much because truly, like, thank you for winging it with me. Um, we complete the dance break. It gets to the point where I'm supposed to start singing again, and my mic is off. Yay! So I spent all that time trying to get the mic stand on the stage just for them to not know that I was going to sing again and my mic to be off. And I was just like, where's my mic? And I was just like, you know what? It's okay. So I'm singing into the mic. You can barely hear me, but if you're in the front, you maybe could have heard me. But honestly, I was so happy and I was having like so much fun that I just was like, I literally ended that show. I was like, I don't know if this thing is on, but thank you so much for coming to Yuki. I was the closer. They put me as the closer because the person who was doing it, they said like, we put you as the closer because we like how you talk to the crowd. And I was like, that's great. I'm a nervous yapper. Okay, so that's perfect. They're like, that's fantastic. I'm gonna do that whether I want to or not. And so, yeah, that is how that went. But it was really so nice. It was just a few Kaigai idols because they were testing the original idol like lineup out. They were maybe like more used to like the cosplay idol kind of crowd. But they had some amazing cosplay idol acts, a lot of who I know were also Kaigai idols. And that's actually where I met, not where I met, but that was actually where I got to familiarize myself with Ali, who debuted at My Live. And that's where I first talked to her. She was like, I feel so inspired by this. I want to do it. And I said, okay, let's do it then. So I just feel like a lot of really fun memories and good things came out of Yukibana. I love that. And I love J Rock a little bit. So it was fun to watch other shows too.
Yeah. I remember. Yeah. When you sent the footage for Yukibana, I watched it. I'm like, yeah. And like even with the technical screw ups, like you made the most out of it. And like, you know, idol feeds off the crowd, crowd feeds off the idol. So like the Wotage in front is like awesome. So
Yeah, they did so good. And it was so funny because the like my favorite thing, just like about the idol community when it exists exactly as it should, is the almost like unconditional support. Like really just wanting to see, like for me also, I love that like I'm not when I'm cheering for an idol, I'm not cheering for their perfection or their skill level. I feel like I'm personally cheering for the sole fact that they felt like they wanted to try and they did it, regardless of anything else. Like, did your voice crack, whatever? Who cares? You tried it. Like, what's gonna happen? We're all gonna die in 100 years. Not me though. I'm 50,000 years old and I look 20. Um, but that's really like how I feel. And in the video, when all those technical difficulties were happening, you could hear some of the people in the crowd. They were like, you got it, keep going." And I was watching it back, and I was like, thank you," because like obviously they were singing it so quietly that I can't hear it when I'm on the stage. But to know that like even without me hearing that people had that feeling and they were voicing it was really like amazing to listen back to, I think. So
yeah.
yeah.
Yukibana, that was an awesome performance.
Thank you.
Idol Village, where I first saw you, Volume 4,
Mhm.
awesome. Speaking of, Jaleisha Paz also in the chat said hi.
Oh,
Um,
hi Jaleisha, I love you.
you also did Pengi Party. Mimi
Yes,
was
yes,
also there as Dream Teak. You
yes.
performed with Guppy, who also is in chat. So
Hi, I love you guys so much.
but yeah, that performance with Guppy was really cool. I wanted to put it in the intro, but like I felt like I needed to put more solo clips. So
I feel that, but I would not be mad. I love Guppy so dearly. And I think when you're watching that clip, you could see like the sheer, like I'm not even joking. I watched that back. I didn't talk about Pengy Party yet, like anywhere, because I wanted like obviously Pengy to talk about Pengy Party and obviously Guppy to talk about Pengy Party because it was their performances and stuff like that. But like I think when you watch that clip, you can see like the sheer joy that I had dancing next to Guppy. I love you, Guppy. Like I was so happy because we I only had like I shouldn't be outing myself like this, but I only had a week to learn that, and it was definitely like the hardest dance that I ever learned. Like it was right after like Angel's Rain a week later, and I mean I totally practiced it before that. I would never. No, I'm so responsible. But it was really hard, and like me and Guppy were really like working hard the day before. Like I was like really sleep deprived and just like obviously so exhausted from the 3 hours of sleep for 2 months for Angel's Rain, and Guppy has their knee that's sometimes like causing a little bit of problems, but we were really like I was like looking at Guppy like this. I was like, Guppy, we have to run this like 2 more times. And Guppy was like, you got it. And I was like, I don't got it. And we were running it up until in Pengy Party in the back rooms. Yes, we were in the back rooms. And there was just this moment where we got it. And I just like looked at Guppy and they looked at me and I was just like, that was it. That was the run. And we went on stage and I only forgot one dance move. I don't know why, but I only forgot one. It wasn't super noticeable. And it was so unbelievably fun. And it is just so fun when you're on stage with another idol and you guys are just like feeding off of each other's like everything. Like even when we like almost kind of like cross paths in front of each other, we just knew like which direction to move in. And it was really, I, it was not like obviously my main performance or anything, but I really had an amazing time at the Pengy Party. So um, I'm more than happy to talk about that for sure. But and also I'm sure I don't know if you had seen, you probably did. You watched the stream, right?
I did.
Yeah. When they came out on stage with the bouquet, and I genuinely like not, I'm serious. Like sometimes like these things happen and people are like, "Oh, I knew that was gonna happen." I did not know that was gonna happen at all. Like I'm not even joking. I was like, "Oh, I thought that was for like, you know." And then it like clicked in my head. I was like, Oh, yeah, Pinky's got a huge flask outside, maybe. But I just thought that maybe somebody got her something else, you know? So to have seen it and still not have realized anything, like, congratulations, you guys got away with that because I did not have it. I genuinely, like, I was like, and now I'm crying. And now there's a lot of people watching me. Thank you. I love you guys, but what the heck? Like, no, but it was really great. I love you.
Yeah,
I love you, Guppy.
that performance was awesome. Like I could
Mhm.
tell like your energy when it comes to Olamite or like dancing in general is really great.
My
Speaking of
comfort, though.
speaking of Pengy Party, Pengy says Chi my goat. And also Guppy
Oh,
says thank
Peggy's
you.
and I love you, Peg. That's like one of my wives. Sorry, I have a lot of wives, but that is definitely one of my wives. I love you.
And then Guppy says thank you for performing with me. So yeah.
Always, forever.
But yeah, Pengy Party was a week after your birthday live, which we'll talk about now, which was
Mhm.
Angel's Reign. So
Yeah.
you collaborated with Water Sans Frontieres to host
Mhm.
this event. How did you first come in contact with WSF?
Um, hold on. I accidentally just untied my shirt.
Whoa!
But we're
Oh!
gonna keep talking. It's okay. Like, what in the anime is happening right now,
All
guys?
right.
Don't look.
Do you want me to hide
Yeah.
the window?
No, it's okay. I got it. I got it. We're just tying a shoelace. It's fine. This is actually very Chi core, and I'm so unfazed by the things that I do to myself that I'm just like, you guys are all gonna go with the flow with me. Don't worry. Um, but so I first got in contact with Water Sans Frontiers because I was at Anime Expo. It was my first like solo anime expo where like I actually like went and enjoyed the con. Um and I that was also where I had met uh it was I'm so sorry. He gets pulled into so much of my chaos. He was helping me with Checky at Andy Tomo also. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry to out you like this. But Airy, Midnight Airy again, Yoon. And he I had met him because I was in Shugo Kara cosplay, and we just both love Shugo Kara. Like it is just like a core thing. Um, and he was like, "Oh, you I like this cosplay or whatever." And then it was like the first moment that I got to talk like about like idols that much. It was at the Idol Summer, the Jam, the Summer, the Jelly, Anime Expo. um, and Idol Summer Escape. Sorry, not Jam. Where's that from? Okay, sorry. Um, but yes, Idol Summer Escape at Anime Expo. And that was like the first time that I was not like involved with like the community like that. And I was just kind of going at my own pace and um seeing things like and trying things. And I was like, I just want to see idols. So I went to the Idol Summer Escape and we talked and I got to see like Moeage for the first time. And I got to see Yurapico, and Yurimaru and who Aonyan, yes. Um, and I think Neko Puff performed that day as well. And who else? I can't remember right now. Oh, what is her name? What is her name? Help me. Help me,
Sharife?
universe. No, not Ife, but Italia is Koi. There we go.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes, yes. And it was just really fun. And I was just like, I just love this. There's like cute girls on stage and like everyone is so excited. And that is perfect. Like, um, but so after that, it was Midnight Mahjong, and Yoon was like, Chi, ashes, ashes, Chi. And that was it. He walked away. That was it. Like, I'm not even joking. And I was like, hi. Talks about Morning Musume, talks about Smile Age, talks about Hello Project, talks about the idol community, talks about whatever. Um, there's no idol events in New York. Like, what is happening? Um, Ashes. Oh, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. And then I was like, okay, yes, we have to do something. Fast forward a few months. Um, I was talking to like Akari about like doing some lives, and that's when we had like the conversation. Like I wanted her to do her solo live or whatever, and she was like, "No," and I was like, "Yes," and that happened. And then I was like, "Well, what if I did my own live?" And then I reached out to Ashes and I was like, okay, we are gonna do this. I actually had it in my head since like around the time of like Anime Expo. I was like, this is an idea. I was sketching out costumes already and things like that. And I was not confident enough to ask the question. I was just like telling myself, I was like, but you're never going to let yourself be. So you have to do it confident or not. Like you have to just try it and find out that you can do it along the way. And I could, and we did. So that was really cool. But that's ultimately how it happened. And I was just like, so can we do this? And Ashes eventually was like, yeah. And I was like, all right, this is like the date where we can squeeze you in. And this is everything else that was pretty much it. And then I did a lot of that planning, and yeah,
Yeah.
that was yeah.
So
In fact, I'm looking to the right, and this was so crazy. This was so serious for me. I have a post-it note wall of all the tasks that I needed to complete, and there's still 3 post-it notes that are there. That like I never took down because the crunch got so serious in the end. But it used to be like 20 of them. So congratulations to those 3 post-it notes because they made it.
so came a long way from meeting Ashes at
Hmm,
AX 2025. Fa- fa-
hmm.
ooh. Fast forward to June of 2026. Angel's Reign. Um, you're planning for that. Lots of planning
Hmm.
coming for merch, set list, um, getting people to the show. Were there any obstacles you faced while preparing for this event?
Oh my God. Ask me that question because I think that is my longest answer here. Yeah. So I'm gonna just straight read this one. I said, yes, since I was doing pretty much every detail of the event, um, I think that there was an obstacle at every point. When I was looking for the venue, like I live in Long Island, so first of all, just the driving is like an obstacle. But the first 2 venues I had just didn't really work out. And the venue that I ended up going with, I scrolled through Peerspace like this. I said, that's expensive. It has what I want. Book. And that was it. I was not having it anymore because I just felt like we were getting too close to the event that I was like, I need something at this point that is going to be able to meet what I wanted to, which is the comfort of the people who are coming. I don't want people to feel like they're going to pass out because it's in the summertime and everyone's shoulders to shoulders squished together. Um, Mind you, I could not obviously predict the attendance, but I was like, who cares if you can predict the attendance? Just put on the show that like you want people to like experience, right? Um, I especially wanted a good green room for my performers. I went to this place and the green room was amazing. It had places for, and I want to say it had room for just about somewhere for almost like I want to say actually like every performer to sit. It had a mirror, it had like hangers, it had the coat rack, it had like it even had a little fridge with water in it for you guys to have. It like came with the rental and like a tea maker, coffee maker. I was just like perfect, good, done. My wallet hurts.
Oh,
Yeah. But so that was definitely a big obstacle. And then my outfits, I designed my outfits myself. Yay, yay. Both of them. And I had sketched them out and kidnapped my coworker and being like, yeah, this one's good, right? It's good? Yeah, okay. And she was really like a trooper, having no idea about any of this stuff and like always giving some fun input about it. And once I finally got around to having these outfits made, they were very delayed. It is kind of almost just like a thing that comes with like you have to assume that you know the people working on it are going to delay it. And no, with both outfits and different seamstresses, it was like, yeah, it was just the thing. I learned that the hard way. I actually did like do it very in advance, but it was so delayed. Some of them were delayed like up to like 2 months. So for how in advance that I did it, I just barely made it with those outfits and they did not come back the right size. Um and one had come actually the day before the live and I had to get it emergency tailored that day. So yeah. No, 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 I don't want to talk about it. No, but it was like, so I was just like, we've come this far. We have to see it through. Like, it's the day before you're live. Your outfit did the grace of coming. You gotta just go get it fixed, suck it up, and we'll figure out the rest later. So that was how that went. And I want to say the biggest obstacle was I was like very sick in the months leading up to the live. I had gotten COVID for a pretty extended period of time at one point and lost my voice for like a month. And then I got, sorry, this is so funny because at like Angel's Rain, no one knew what I was talking about. But I just was like on the stage, I was like, guys, this was so hard. I got 5 teeth pulled and then I got sick and they were just like, goodbye. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh, I was just like, I'm saying nonsense right now. Thank you guys for coming. You are so lovely. Um, but I got oral surgery, and yes, they did pull 5 of my teeth. Um, that same week, I had inhaled some kind of chemical that like was okay. I don't. This sounds dramatic, so nobody be like fact checking me. I'm just telling you what seemed to happen. Okay, the cleaning lady was cleaning the room, and the chemical, it's not the first time that it's irritated me, but I inhaled it and my throat immediately, like it wasn't like a delayed thing, immediately started to itch. um I didn't think anything of it because usually when this has happened it goes away soon enough. This one just kept progressing, and then I just losing, and then I think it was I think some people who had saw me that weekend, like I was not, words were not coming out of my mouth because my voice was so gone. And then that Monday, I had the oral surgery, and I was, this is like, cover your ears if you don't like blood, but like, it was so like heavy because I had gotten so many teeth pulled at once that I was like, I did not eat for 2 days. I'm not even joking. I lost like 5 pounds in 2 days. It was crazy. Whether it be like water or whatever else, but I was just like, deceased. I'm a real angel now. Um, and it was, but then it led to a fever, and then it led to like I would wake up like having like, it was just so extreme. Just know that I was dying. And then it ended with uh pink eye, not the infectious type,
What?
but I know, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like guys, um it was just so crazy. But because I was already losing my voice, they were like, "Oh, we can't put you under anesthetics because you might die." And I was like, "Oh, okay." Like, so yeah, that was its own thing. And then I lost it, like prolonged my voice loss. And it was gone for like months, and actually like we got to go to speech therapy for that because it was so extreme, so they just want to make sure everything's okay. Yeah, thank you for listening to my ramble. It was quite the week because on the last day that the pink eye was just like starting to go away, I had my photo shoot, yay, and I still couldn't talk. Yeah, it was but I would say like that was truly like, I feel like I had to explain it in detail because it was so prolonged and so like intense that I was just like, I can't even practice singing right now. What is happening? So I was practicing like every day before that, but obviously in the closer, like, the more close months, I was like, I want to practice now, but I just had to like suck it up. So I was sitting there like mouthing the lyrics and like doing my dances on my deathbed, whatever angels do. It's just, guys, don't worry about it. It's fine. But yeah, so that was definitely, thank you for, yeah,
I
that was
didn't
the word.
I didn't realize how much you went through before the live. That's actually nuts that you
No, it's okay. I was just crying every day. It was fine. It was fine.
dude. But
Yeah.
at least you got through the live, so you know.
Yes, 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 yes. No, I look back at it and I was just like, see, you can do it and then some. So I don't want to like, that's literally what I was like saying to myself. I was like, girl, you were on your deathbed and you put together a show. Like I was doing everything. Like I designed my logo. I was communicating with the performers, and I was designed all my graphics, all my merch, and like drew all of that and so on. So I was just like, listen, like don't always be telling yourself that you can't do things because you definitely did it, even if it was not like completely to a T. But like it happened even with 500 obstacles. So I have to at least acknowledge that much.
I mean, watching the live, I didn't realize that you were that sick. I mean, like you did mention like the teeth pulling, but like other than that,
Not not during the live, but this was like all the way
all the
up.
way through, yeah.
Like yes, yeah,
So,
yeah.
hmm, but like yeah, all of that, and then doing the live is, so.
Yeah. I
um,
just look back and I'm like, oh my God, what happened? Where did 2026 go? Oh yeah, that's where it went.
but speaking about the live in general or in detail,
Hmm,
because on the WSF, I think caption, you described
hmm.
the event as a love letter to myself, my fellow idol fans, and the various kinds of idols that I love. So, with that in mind, how did you choose your set list?
Okay, so I actually answered this question kind of like I feel like the love letter was definitely like in the set list, but at one point on Twitter I had made like a little post. I was like, do you guys want to know all the hidden details of Angel's Reign? And I never got around to it because then I was in Florida and then I was in LA and then I don't know where I went after that. But so the set list definitely like reflected a lot of that, but it was actually like a lot of the surrounding details and I like took note of some of them. Like I really wanted like everything to be like a part of me, like for people to get a feeling of like who I am, I guess, in a way. And like the title of my live, Angel's Reign, is actually based off of a song from my one of my favorite games ever, Katamari Damacy. I don't know if you're familiar, but
Yeah, yeah.
um
I
yeah,
have a copy
there's this
somewhere.
really what was that?
I have a copy somewhere in my PS2 collection here, but I can't get it. It's like deep in there.
It's okay. It's because you know ball. It's because you know ball. You know
Yeah.
ball. um, but I love that game. It was like one of my earliest games in my entire life because again, the same cousin. Oh, she just wanted me to be warped and sick and twisted, and she put all these things in my reach. And yeah, no, I'm just kidding. I love her dearly. But it was one of my favorite games. And you know the flower stage, like that beautiful flower stage in the game.
Yeah.
You know the song that plays, and it's like so beautiful.
Mm, mm.
It no,
I
yes, no,
do.
yes,
I
no.
do. I do. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. You can look at it afterwards. It's actually called Angel's Rain, but like rain.
Mm.
And I was like, I like that. So, but and then I think I had said that like the songs in the beginning of the first song, right? Before like I got into actually performing. Uh if anybody remembers, maybe only Guppy would remember this. Um I had a little cringy like talk intro, and it was like something I literally recorded the night before because I was like, I gotta commit to this. And that excerpt kind of like describes also what I said earlier, which was I had typed like the cute pink music video and I got Okina Aide Motenashite by Cute. And that was the first song that I performed at my live because it was the first song that had introduced me to J-pop in a very straightforward way and idols. And so I just was like, that I have to do that. Like that makes the most sense, right? Um, and the little intro that I wrote where I was explaining that was actually, wait, I think this is like kind of like really a funny detail. It was part of my college essay, which was about idols.
Wow.
Yeah. I thought that was like, um, I was like remembering it and I was like, I got to figure out how to reuse this in a very relevant way because there's no way like I got into college with an essay about idols and I'm not going to figure out how to like incorporate it like somehow into like what I'm doing now with like my idol stuff. And so I took that little excerpt about that song and introduced the whole live that way, so it was kind of fun. And the second song was Perfume by Perfume. That is so straightforward. That's the best girl group of all time. Like, be so for real. After Rezo, of course. I'm sorry. um, whew, okay. The best girl group of all time. Um, and I really just love Perfume. They have inspired so much of what I've done in every sense of my life. Like their style. Like I would be like a literal child going for walks and I would be listening to Perfume. And Perfume by Perfume has really fun hoodie copy. So I wanted to do that with people as well. And the last song was Doki Doki Baby by Mano Erina. And that is like somebody that I don't feel like a lot of people know because she's very like old school idol, but her music was so like special to me as a kid and really embodied like what idols were. Like if you watch her listen, I'm gonna put you on. Like if you watch her music video, it's like her expressions, like her outfits, the way that she like sings and like I don't know, just everything about it. So I was like, I want to sing this on stage because it literally makes me so happy. And then that was my main set list. And all the other songs I'm not going to go into too much detail about because I don't know how we're doing on time and I love yapping.
You're good. I mean, idol is for the yappers. That's a
Okay,
general
okay.
catchphrase for the show.
Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. But uh the other songs, what did I do after that? I believe it was Otamase with Heidi, right? Like
Yeah. And the stream died.
um,
The stream died because people went too hard.
yes, which is very funny, but that's, like they're saying at the moment, be mindful of your surroundings if you are in the pit, okay? It's a very easy place to get hurt and do good things and be responsible. Yeah. This PSA was brought to you by Tchii and sponsored by Eggy.
Yeah, approved.
And we know absolutely every single thing about being in the water pit.
Yeah, don't go too hard.
100%.
No, I don't. Yeah.
But yes, I don't think I need to say it again, but I love Heidi so much. Heidi is genuinely one of the sweetest people ever, and she is so funny. And I was so happy to do that with her. I even said to the crowd, this is so unpolished, but I almost refuse to take this out. I just want to dance with Heidi. And I also know that you guys will find a way to have fun with it, even if I don't remember all of the lyrics. So I hope you enjoy Orimase by Festive. And they clearly had fun because part of that stream is missing. So that's all I cared about. I was like, I hope you guys have fun. Please. Um, but yes. And then after that was, I believe, Grizzly ni Oseware Dara. I think I said that right, guys. I don't know if I said that right. Just don't say anything, okay? But yes, I love that song. And I actually thought it was really funny because when I was showing people like J-pop, like almost like 2-ish years ago, I would be like, I like this song because they're so cute, but they're talking about getting killed by a grizzly bear. And I think the contrast is really interesting. I was just like, this is the artistic element that J-pop has in this very specific way. No, but like that's literally like how I would explain that song to people. And I was like, I always really wanted that was actually one of the candidates for my set list at Otakon. But I was like, I don't no. I've never even like sung on stage before. I'm not confident, whatever. Um, but then I was like, oh, it's got 5 people I want to do this with. Kari Kinko and Riri and Sora. And I was like, it's perfect. But then Kinoko died.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Went to the heavens.
Yeah, she passed away. Somebody plucked her out of the ground, from all the other mushrooms. I was like, why'd you name yourself Kinoko? And she's like, I love mushrooms. I'm like, girl, like, okay, I can understand that. I also love mushrooms. She's so funny. I love Kinoko to death. Hopefully I'll get to see her this weekend. I don't know. But she died, and then we had to find a 4-person version of that song anyways. And I shortened it so it wouldn't be such a hassle to learn. But it was really fun, and it was kind of cool because it like I was like, oh, I can do like group dances with other people and so on. So it was like a new experience, and it was um, really fun to finally perform that song. And then what was after that? After that was it Midnight Ravers? I think Midnight Ravers. Um, as you know, some people might know, I have experience as a maid, but I also am just very. I grew up like that was like one of the things that was like idols, maids. Like I just love like cute people being cute, whatever. Um, and I love Midnight Ravers. That was really funny because it was meant to be like a super ironic, like obnoxious performance. But I think I did it like a little bit too good because like I'm at one point like Ashes stopped the song because she was like, "Oh, I thought you needed to stop the song and like start over. Like I thought you forgot." I was like, "No, no, no, no. That was part of the song." And also just randomly like whipping out the romance inappropriately was also part of the song. Like, and people were like, "Oh, what is happening?" And then I was just like, "Guys, this is actually kind of like a little lame, right? Should I get more maids out here?" And they were like, "Yeah." And I think then they kind of realized like that was how it was supposed to be going, but it was really funny. That was a really funny performance to do. It wasn't the first time I had done that one, but I definitely wanted to bring it to Angel's Rain because I didn't get to have the time to do so, but the lyrics of that song are like, "I'll never give up this maid life." Like, uh, once the clock hits, whatever, like the maids are partying, and it was just like a really fun song. And uh, Pimpon is a really funny group too. So I was like, we have to close out with something a little bit more chaotic and on brand because that is just who I am. And then encore heavy rotation. That was fantastic. Um, and heavy rotation I picked because how are you gonna be into idols and like not know
Yeah,
what AKB48 was?
it's the
So
yeah.
yeah. I figured like AKB48 was so like influential in my earlier idol days. And one of like the idols that I was quite fond of back then was Oshima Yuko. And so what was I gonna say? I was gonna say that I felt like one, everybody would be comfortable enough because they know it. And I really wanted to have like this fun, like in your face encore. So I made color coded videos for every single performer with timestamps and everything, and lyrics and everything for every song. Yes, yes, I did. And like with stage cues and everything. And I just really wanted to have like a fun encore that would make people go like, what is gonna happen next? Like, oh my God, who's gonna come out next? So I was like, these performers will do this part because like they already like they're more familiar with each other. These performers are coming from far away. They might not get to practice. Let's put them in more stabilized spots because I was talking to somebody else and they were like, oh, my encore is just going to be like me and people who live like close to me because we're going to have to practice. And I'm like, I want to figure out how to do an encore like even if people can't live close. I want everybody to be involved in the most fun way possible. So Ali, just because of where she lives, was unable to make it to practice. So she got on that stage and she did a great job. She did not get to practice with everybody else, and it still came together really nicely. I was so, so proud of her. She is so cute. I love her. Um, but yeah, and then the last song, it was Skater Boy by Avril Lavigne mixed into It's Gonna Be Me by NSYNC. I when I was like crashing out like in the weeks before my live and like I had no voice and like I what else? I was like in my last hours of prep, like for some reason, I was just listening to It's Gonna Be Me on repeat nonstop. And I was like, I should just get rid of all the songs in my live and perform just this song. And that will be the whole live. Um, because I'm just a little bit of a reasonable person, I didn't do that. But I had posted about like I struggle like with singing on stage in such like a drastic like contrast. I think it started to be like a little bit of stage fright, if I'm being completely honest. But like, I posted about that on Twitter, and I posted a clip of me singing like NSYNC, one because it was funny, but also two because I was like venting about like, why can't I sound like this on stage? And uh people were replying to it. They were like, this better be at your live. Please put this at your live. And I was like, no, guys, it's not going to be at the live. And then I was like, my brain thinks it's a little bit funny, so now it's going to be yes. And as for Skater Boy, I was like, I need to like promote my live in a way that is me. I am not gonna like be like, please, please, like come to my live because like that's not even, I don't know, like it's just not me. I was like coming up with like weird things each week on Twitter, like come to my live because I might fall off the stage. If you want to find out if I fall off the stage, yes, because I was like, yeah, that's on brand. That's me. I was like, if you want to find out if I fall off the stage, I guess you gotta come to Angel's Reign. And I think some people kind of thought it was a little bit funny, but even if they didn't, I was still gonna do it. But one of those things was like, if you come to my live, I was listening to, I love like early 2000s, like that's low key at this point kind of ingrained, like even Japanese, like early 2000s, like obviously Morning Musume, whatever else, Heisei, Tamagotchi, things like that is so me. But also in a very American way, I love like Y2K, like Britney Spears, I don't know, like that vibe. It was kind of like the cross between like what was happening in Japan at the time of Tamagotchi and what was happening in America at the time of Tamagotchi. Um, and I felt like that it was just on brand for me in another way. And I was listening to a lot of Skater Boy, and I was like, if you guys give this post 50 likes, I might sing Skater Boy by Avril Lavigne. And back in the day, Skater Boy was, Avril Lavigne was low key like an idol in Japan. Not obviously in the exact sense that you would think, but like she was very popular in Japan and like did a lot of like, Japanese reality TV shows and was like had a lot of like merchandise. And I feel like a lot of people took from her style. Um, and I was just like, yeah, so come to my live and with 50 likes, I'll do Skater Boy. And it happened. So they got Skater Boy. And it was low key my best performance of the night. So yeah.
So
Yeah,
this
that was. Mhm,
this was like cut from the live stream. So like when you
mhm.
sent it, I was like, oh my god, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Like
Oh
both
my God. I didn't
songs.
even think of that. But yes, I was like, my okay, like there's just like some small details of this live that were like so special to me. And like my friend of like 9 years who doesn't know anything about idols came to my live, and she even made like a fan like with my face on it because I had showed it to her. And I said, look, they have these at Underground Idol Lives. You gotta make one. And like I was joking, but she actually went home and made me one. And when I was looking out into the crowd, she was holding them. And I was like, oh my God. Like I was in disbelief. I love her so dearly. And here's the funny part. Her real legal name is Tchii. So
What?
imagine imagine having a friend for 8 years and then you like start doing this thing. And there was like a short period of time like where we had not been in contact, not for any reason. It just like we got busy like with life. And we would try to talk, but like, when you're busy, it's just hard. And when I had ended up, it was during the same time that I was picking my stage name. I was like, this will never affect her. We're not even like talking at this point. Like I like didn't even think too much about it. Um, and I was just like, this has also been like in my online name for like a while or whatever. And then eventually we started talking very frequently again. And that makes me one so happy. But I also looked at her and I was like, so this is kind of awkward, isn't it? She was like, she actually has zero problem. Like she's not that, I don't know why she would, but like it's still kind of funny. And she was just like, yeah, all right. I mean, sure. Like it was not even a thing. We just thought it was funny. But yes, that was so fun. And she's the one that recorded Skater Boy and NSYNC in full for me. And I love her so dearly for that because that is the only full footage that I have of that song. And I have clips of it from other people, but she recorded the whole thing from start to finish. I love you so much. You will never see this, but I love you. So
Do you want to do? Let's do a quick
mm,
segment of finish the lyric. So let's do this. Let's
okay,
do
okay.
every little thing I do.
Never seems enough for you. You don't
You
want
wanna
to lose.
lose
You don't want to
it,
lose
lose it
it again.
again.
But
But
I'm
I'm
not
not
like
like
them.
them. Baby, when you
Yeah.
finally
Get
get
to
to
love
love
somebody.
somebody,
Guess
guess
what?
what?
It's
It's
gonna
gonna
be
be me.
me.
Yeah, let's go. Hell
I
yeah.
love that song.
It's, it's when I saw you do it, I was like, I'm gonna loop this again.
Yeah. It was so funny because it was Zell who was like, NSYNC Hootie Copy? I had to learn this song in high school. I was just like, absolutely. I will. If there's somebody that's gonna like take the rules of like idol lives and like bend them and be like fruity copy, but it's not exactly fruity. I'm gonna be like, yes, we're gonna do this for the just for the meme of it, like just for the shenanigans. I'm gonna take a quick drink of water also. But yes, yeah, that was truly my favorite moment of the night because it was all nothing but fun. It was like, in all honesty, I'm somebody that's like, I feel like if when I put this is not like honestly, this makes so much sense. I'm saying this like it's a grand discovery, but no, it's it's like a well duh. Um when I put like the wrong too much of like the wrong kind of pressure on myself, like I end up like it just makes me do worse. But that was truly such a fun moment for me, which is why I think that it was like my best like vocal performance of the night. And like everything in the beginning was so shaky and I was just like, girl, you did this perfectly 500 times. What is happening? Um, but I was just like, I mean, I gotta just keep trying. That's it. And I was happy that at least the last song, I was able to have a much better vocal performance. And also, it was so, I think, unbelievably fun for me, but also I feel like everyone else had a fun time. So,
Yeah, Angel's Reign in general, overall, I had a fun time watching the stream, and I also had a fun time watching the extra videos. So,
yes, I'm so glad.
so moving on to future
Mhm.
slash retrospect. I did
Mm,
ask because Dream Teak they also perform with a variety of outfits. You in every single
mhm.
performance that I've seen you in had a different outfit. Do you want to have like a standard outfit, or do you want to just keep on going with a variety?
So, actually, I think I sent you these clips like afterwards, I think, but you can see like in my Yuki Bana uh in my Otakon debut, the main outfit is the same. I just kind of learned like what accessories I wanted to wear like along the way. So Yuki Bana, I didn't have I'm sorry, I keep saying that. Otakon, I didn't have like all of my accessories. Like I added like my wrist things, which are like I need them at all times now. And I had really started to have fun with like accessories in my hair. I always knew that I wanted like I just love like cutesy stuff. So I know that like I love being like over accessorized like with a bunch of cutesy bows and whatever. So I added more bows eventually at some point. And then for the holiday market in Yukibana, because it was in the winter, I was waiting. I was waiting for a winter performance. I was born for it. I want to be my color is white. I want to look like a snow angel. I am a snow angel. So I found like a lot of like snowflakes. I wanted to have snowflakes in my hair. While my hair can be super frustrating in other ways, I think the fun advantage of it is that it's like when I style it, it can be so big. So then I love to put like a lot of stuff in it. And then for Yukibana, I was just like, I always wear the same socks. Like, let me try something else, right? And then what was after that? It was, I think that was Idol Village. Idol Village. I think I went back to my normal like core outfit, and then I got soup thrown on me. So, wait, you didn't know about that?
I yeah, I heard about it from Ando, and I feel so
Yeah.
bad because like I wanted to donate to the Ko-fi, but I didn't have money at the time, so I was like,
No, it's fine. It's fine. I appreciate it, but also like, no, there's no pressure. There's no pressure to donate for anything. I actually like like I obviously appreciate it, but like I'm also like, no, it's okay. Like it's hard for me to like accept like I think like things like that from other people sometimes. So it's just like I had to be like, okay, I'm so broke right now anyways from this live. So like I do appreciate it. Um, but yeah, there's no pressure to like it does not you're not more or less if you can give me money. That is not a thing. So I appreciate it. Don't worry. Um, but yes, the last time I wore that outfit, somebody poured soup on it, and I was just like, you know what? It's fine because I'm getting two new outfits anyways. New suck. No, like that was really what it was like. I was getting my new outfits, and I did wash that one, and I do still have it. Actually, it is right over there. Um, I don't think it will ever see the stage ever again, to be honest. I think I keep coming up with new outfits in my head faster than I ever look back at the old ones. So yeah. But I love her dearly. She was my first kind of makeshift idol outfit. I spent a long time putting together different combinations to find out what would feel like me on stage. And in the future, I hope that I don't impulse design and get outfits, but there are so many ideas in my head. Like I've always wanted an outfit that has like plaid in it. I've always wanted an outfit that is a little bit more Heisei style because my current outfits are like a mixture of so one outfit was like they're inspired by my concept, but then like my black outfit, I love Teto. So I was like the black was also a little bit inspired by like a Teto outfit that I wore. But I wanted it to be like me. And then the white outfit was meant to be like my main, like this is like my core stage outfit. But I wanted it to have like elements of like underground idols I like I was really into Kurishite, and um at the time they were underground, and then I watch a lot of like underground idols in China. I know that's so crazy, but I do. And then I wanted to have like super sparkly elements and like the dangling stars, and then the sleeves. I was having such a hard time deciding on the sleeves, but I was like, you know who always wears flowy sleeves? Perfume. So I was like, that made it kind of easy. Um, so I wanted the outfit to kind of be like a mixture of like everything, but I have so many other things down the line that will inspire more outfits for sure. But I would like to have like those two, like because of the double concept kind of thing at all times, like at least like two outfits that are kind of like my main outfits. So yes.
Because like every single outfit that I've seen you in is amazing. So
Thank you.
yeah. So the year is 2026.
Mm.
We're almost done with 2026, but what are some goals you want to achieve before the year ends?
Mm, I that is like so like not hard, but it's like there's so many of them, and the question is like, is that reasonable to achieve before the year ends? I really want to figure out like what is kind of like sometimes creating obstacles for me on stage. I feel like the more I perform, the more that like I've gotten like more stage fright and things like that. And I think it's because like I want to do better. But then it's like I kind of said, like self-sabotaging. So like I hope that I can improve that a little bit and like work on that mindset more. Um and wherever it is by the end of 2026 is where it is, but hopefully we can progress with that. Um I always want to keep practicing my singing and hopefully start to learn and figure out how to match my offstage and onstage vocals a little bit more. Um, I would love to perform a few more times. And I would like to, what else? Release new merchandise. Hopefully, yes. Um, and yeah, I think those are like the main things that come to mind. I'm sure there's 500 more, but like we only got 2 hours, so it's fine.
Um, so with that goals,
Mhm.
What are some songs that you want to perform in the future?
I hmm I like okay. How do I narrow this down? I obviously love Hello Project, so I want to figure out which Hello Project songs I want to perform because even though I love songs, they're not all songs that I want to perform. I think a really fun song, like for everybody to perform, like it's such a cliche, but like I haven't seen like a lot of people perform it. If any, I can just guess that obviously it's happened, but I haven't seen it. Um, I think like Morning Musume Classics, like Love Machine, would go so hard. Like I just think that that would be like everyone be like, whoa, whoa,
Yeah.
whoa, whoa. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it wouldn't be like the usual like Woda Pit situation, but I think people would really like it and I would love it. So there's that. Um, or Renai Revolution or something like that.
Oh my god,
Um,
yeah.
yeah,
Yes.
Aggie knows ball, Aggie knows ball. And oh my god, this has been I almost did this for other things, but I did not get into them. Shabundama. Sorry, I said that like terribly, but do you know Shabundama by
I
Morning Musume?
I do not actually.
You don't?
I'm like such a tourist. I know Red Night Revolution and Love
Wait.
Machine. That's
It's
it.
the one that's like I suru hito wa anata da ke daremu jamma sasenai.
I've
No?
heard of that.
Yes? No?
Yes. I didn't know the
Yes?
song title. Yeah, yeah,
Yes. And then she's like, Nani! And then it's like, wow, and it goes crazy. I think that song would be so fun to perform. So yeah, definitely there's like a few Morning Musume songs in there. Um, there's this one I posted about this briefly on Twitter, and this one Mano Erina song. So I love Doki Doki Baby. I would love to revisit that eventually and do it even more justice when hopefully I can fight my stage demons. Um, she has another song called Genki Mono de Iko, and it's really fun. I love the lyrics. I love putting English lyrics in my background videos because I love when people can know like the exciting like meaning of the songs because I feel like that's part of what makes it so fun. It's a song about like just like like approaching each day like as best as you can and things like that, and it's very energetic, and it was definitely written for the tired Japanese businessman in Japan like, but it's still really super fun. And I think that the foodie copy is really fun, and it's just one of those super classic like idly songs that I'm like, yes, I want a whole room of people to feel like they're ready to approach the next day and be jumping and being like doing all the chants because it's got like a lot of like customized chants in it and things like that. That is definitely hard on my set list. And for those are my biggest standouts right now. Oh, um I am. I do want to perform some Momoiro Clover Z, specifically a song. Are you familiar with Momo Clo at all?
I like surface level.
Okay, so my dream Momoiro Clover Z songs are Nippon Ego Hyake and uh, what is the? Oh, sorry. Wait, my brain. I was like, oh, um, what is it? Why is oh Ikuze Kaito Shoujo and the Wanito shampoo. The guy in the concert says Wani 2 shampoo, and my brain is like, wait, that's not correct. But they had like somebody who speaks English go like Wani 2 shampoo, and I was like, no, Wanito shampoo. But yes, that song is like a dream song because it is so crazy because like the whole song is them singing about how, oh, I didn't complete my homework for the summertime and now I'm rushing to do it and I don't know any of the answers. And the chants for this song, like the call and response for it, is literally the incorrect answers that they're putting on their homework, and it's really funny. So if I could get people to learn that and do it, I think it would be So funny. And the name of the song is Alligators and Shampoo, because one of the answers they put on the homework is alligators and shampoo. And so, yeah, you're basically just screaming the wrong answers the whole time. And the dance is really cool and fun. And I just, please, I need my stamina to keep up with me and be like how it is not on stage. Um, and there's a few festive songs that I'm really, really fond of. Moe Age actually performed one of them this weekend, and I was like, oh my God, I'm witnessing this right now. I really love um, Kung Fu Miracle Eye. I love that song so much. So that would be really fun. And also, Otome que sera sera, I really love. I already do Otomase, so, but yeah, I recently listened to a lot of festive because they remind me, oh, I was going to say they remind me of Momento Clover Z just a little bit and Dempa Gumi Inc. I would love to perform some Dempa Gumi Inc. songs. Guys, why are you not performing Dempa Gumi Inc.? Sorry, not Guppy Pengy. They did one song, but come on. Like they got so many good songs. So yes, yeah. Those are my dream songs right now, I think.
I think like a lot of people have Dempa, but like no,
Mhm.
yeah, as you said, like no one has covered it. Has covered them at all.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Yeah. I think the only people I've seen cover Dempa Gumi is one song, and that is Pengy and Guppy and who I think whoever they did that with in the past also. I don't know. I feel like they did oh, they said they did it in their May Cafe. Yeah, that's it though.
Oh,
But like, do you know like Dempa Gumi?
I know some songs, and I know like who was it? Mint
Uh
Phantom is like a really big Dempa Gumi fan, so I'm like, yeah, I know them kind of.
really?
Yeah.
Moment. You know I gotta talk. No, but like that was like when I would be growing up, like like even when I was just like running on the treadmill or anything like that, I would be listening to Dempa Gumi. And um they changed a lot over the years, but I thought it was really cool that Kozue Ai, who was like the Odo Temita queen on YouTube, ended up joining Dempa Gumi at one point, and I was just like, my life keeps coming full circle. Circle. My life. Can somebody? I need that in like a hope core music. Like, do you know like the hope core
Yeah.
videos where like I need like a my life keeps coming full circle, and then like the dramatic music in the background in the mountains. Somebody please, for the love of God! Oh my God. But yes, and then also kind of the way that Sayashi Riho of Morning Musume joined Baby Metal at one point. I forgot to mention Baby Metal. They are also one of my earliest, most intense inspirations. I would literally spend every day of my life listening to Baby Metal at one point when I was like freshly 2 digits years old. So, yes. I would love to perform a few more Baby Metal songs. As you saw at Yukibana, I did Doki Doki Morning. Um, I think Megitsune, a lot of people know it for sure,
Yeah.
but I still think it's just one of those songs that is so like emotionally and like musically intense. And I just think that will never not go hard. I love that so much.
Yeah, like that's like one of the first baby metal songs I heard. So
Make it,
Megitsune, yeah.
yeah, it's so good. It's just I'm not even. I'm telling you, I could talk about anything for like 5 hours.
So a lot of songs that you want to cover. I do want to hear a Dempa Gumi song covered. So let it happen.
Yeah. Yes. Like do you know Sakura Apparition?
I don't know like song titles. If I like heard the song, I would know it. I've heard that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's very like I'm gonna say it so white, I'm so sorry. Like it's like Bari 3 Republic. And it's the one that's like dun, 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 dun. That is like my favorite. Oh my god. Somebody do it with me, please. Please.
um,
But yes, for sure.
lots of songs you want to cover, and hopefully it happens in the future. Um,
Please.
so you've been an odomite into an idol. Now
Mhm.
that you've been a Kaiga idol for at least a year at this point, we have a lot of idols watching the show. Beat the live stream, be on the VOD. What is some general advice you would tell an idol in general?
Hmm. I could write 20 million essays on that actually. So idols have never historically had to be able to sing or even necessarily dance. If you want to do something, just do it because you're only getting closer to the end of your life. If you want to do it, just do it. And it truly does not matter if it's cringe because all the people that thought it was cringe are going to be like dust in 100 years. Like, who literally cares? Just do it. Like, seriously. And if you're straying from the typical idol thing, then make people understand why you love that thing. Like, obviously, like if you're gonna call yourself an idol, you need to be within a certain frame of things. But like it doesn't matter. That's why there's like an underground scene. There's alternative idols, there's everything. If you got something different that you love, then make people understand why you love it. It doesn't have to be their favorite thing, but make it be something that they experienced in its fullest form just because you love it. Um, Practice your songs in dances, even if you're having a mental breakdown. And um, you're doing everything that you do for you first. So as hard as it is to not want the validation of others, um, remember that this is for you first. So don't be like, oh, I shouldn't, or like this, that, or they don't like this, whatever. Just do it. Just do it. Literally just do it. Don't let your dreams be
Be
dreams. I said it
dreams.
too many times. I had to say it. Um, and I think that if you are remembering to stay centered in, like, even if things go astray or anything, if you're remembering to stay centered in what you truly love and what you're really passionate about, um nobody can really tell you that you're doing it wrong. And that is what I believe, within reason, of course. So yeah, be appreciate. Sorry, I told you I can say so much about this. Um, Keep an open mind. This is not just for idols, but for idol fans. Keep an open mind. A lot of this community is really fresh. A lot of them are babies. I every almost every person's like, oh yeah, I got into this last year. Oh yeah, I saw Idol Harmony, whatever. Oh yeah, I 6 months ago for the first time, and I'm sitting here like, you little baby, it's been 20, like almost 20 years for me. Like the Kaiga idol boom started in like 2009 with like a British girl who became an idol in Japan, and everybody wanted to become an idol in Japan too, and they were very jealous of her, just because like that is something that people dream so strongly of. And the Kaiga idol scene kind of like started to explode at that point because everybody was just like, I'm not going to give up this dream. I'm just going to figure out how to do it myself. And I think that that is a core element of the Kaiga idol community that a lot of people don't know because they're so new. But it is so important to understand that this community came from people just wanting to do something because they were so passionate about it and they refused to take no as an answer. And that's the same with like just like underground idol scenes too, but it's not, but you don't need to be just inspired by underground idols. If your thing is above ground idols, then like above ground, I don't know. Has anyone ever said above ground? If that's your thing, then share that passion with people. Like I love all kinds of it. I never have in my life like actually split up idols in my head like above ground. I'm just like, yeah, look at the cute girl on stage that's working hard. That's nice. I like that. I never thought of it past that point. I'm just like, this is fantastic. Um, so remember that the Kaiga idol community really came from that feeling and cherish it. If you are at a place like Otakon, don't just leave because your favorite like came off the stage. You didn't even get to know like who the next person was, you know? I just think that there is so much for people to see and there's so much like joy behind what people are doing. So just keeping an open mind and wanting to continue to nurture that part of the community and authentic. passion and drive is, I think, important to me. And I think that people should, I know everybody loves to be comfortable in what they're familiar with or where they find their comfort as soon as possible. But like, there is so much to this scene. So remember that. Remember. Yes.
Yeah, like this scene, I guess the Kaiga Idol scene. There's a lot of people that I have not interviewed yet. There's a lot of people I've already interviewed, and they're all, they all have like different backgrounds. They all have like different genres that they do and cover and create. So it's like the variety is like what makes the Kaiga Idol scene good, and also like in general the idol scene in Japan.
Yes. Hmm. It's so funny because I see a lot of people, sometimes talking. I get it. So like I really do get it all, because part of me didn't even like have an interest in the Kaigai idol community at one point because I felt like it was not close enough to like my real idols. And like I was talking to Alex Pinku about this, 'cause I was like, I just like was like, that's dumb. And this is why you're not experiencing life. Like, and I think that like, that was what I had said. And they were like, I'm so glad like you got like past that point, because I used to have like a kind of similar feeling, like in a certain sense. And just starting and just doing it is really important, and not caring about like stupid things like that, because it is kind of dumb. Like literally, we're all gonna be dust in 100 years. Just do it. It's not cringe. It's not whatever. But there's also a lot of conversation happening about how people want to almost like identically like replicate like the scene in Japan and things like that. But we are like also very aware, I think, of what parts of that are not always the best or not always as welcoming as we have managed to make it here. And I think I really, because like again, the community came from uh people just wanting to do something that they weren't able to do in Japan. I think it's really important that we remember that to an extent, and continue to honor like the culture, but also, I don't know how to like word it properly, but also acknowledge that what we have here is special. I hear internet idols that are coming from Asia telling me that if I go back to Asia, I don't want to be an idol anymore, because it's not the same as the community that is in America, which is so supportive. Everybody is like wanting to be friendly and support each other, and it's not the same in um in Asia. So at least where they are. I can't speak for the entire, I mean, I've been to every Asian country and I know that, but I can't speak on that like that broad of a uh context. But hearing that alone like makes me feel like I really understand what you're saying, and it still stays true to this day. We don't want to like create a community that it's like as exclusive as it might be in other places, or the culture of cheering for each other is not as strong and things like that, because that is really, 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 truly what I grew to love. Like rather than being like, oh, I want to identically replicate this or whatever else. Like obviously you want to create like a great vibe as an idol and whatever else, from visuals to concept, whatever it is. But like I grew to love this like community for those elements of it. So I think that just considering that like in the conversation is important for a lot of people, it seems like, just based off of when I hear it come up. So yeah, it's just something interesting to think about.
Hmm. Yeah, this scene,
Mhm.
while I do love like sometimes
Mhm.
the replication of the Chica scene from like the very
Mhm.
first time I went to a Chica Idol event and going to Bupan and like all of that, some of the, well, like 75% of it went into the Kaiga Idol scene, like Bupan,
Mhm.
whatever, the groups. I think like Moe Age is like the kind of a good representation or replication of that, but it's like
Mhm.
it's a good representation of that
Yes,
system.
and they got a lot more like, just I can't speak like I've made Moag when I'm outside, but they still have a lot more freedom, and like even in like the cafe, like the way that people like the way that they're able to act in the cafe, it's like still a little bit more freedom while creating like a very like authentic experience. And Like I love that I was not like I had to be opened up, forcibly opened up to like the magic of like VTubers and so on. And I truly am so like passionate about my 2.5D VTuber friends because you took both of the things that you loved and figure out how to go, hey, guys, my audience who loves the fictional me and the real me, I love both of these things and I'm choosing to combine it and make it into something that's so super cool and then also show you how to love it too. You know? It's like just being true to yourself in that way and sharing it with people is not it's going to be hard for it to be like quote unquote wrong, right?
Right.
So 2.5D idols have become a really cool thing in that sense. I love stage performances. So I love when people also like love to just be like, I also still really love stage performances, even though I'm a VTuber. So I really want to do it this way. And I'm like, the right people are going to find you and they're going to realize like how magical it is that you can talk to your fictional self and be your real self at the same time. Like that's a thing that's very special, like 2.5D idols. So I just think, that's a great example of kind of like it's not completely replicating, but it's still honoring the aspects of the culture and making something super entertaining for people to watch.
Yeah. Like
Mhm.
with 2.5D VTubers, like this year's now presenting. There was like two VTubers that turned into idols, which were Aramis
I
and Tantan. So
I kidnapped her into that.
so yeah.
Did you apply yet?
Maybe we'll have Tantan next year, hopefully. So but yeah, 2.5D, awesome.
Mhm.
Just that intersection of idols and VTubers. Speaking
Yes.
of, are there any people in the Kaiga idol scene or the VTuber scene or whatever scene that really inspires you or that you look up to?
Mm. Hmm. Let me think about that for a second. That was one that I was like, I think in a general sense, I will always be most inspired by my friends because I know like most closely like what their process is and how they are, like what they're struggling with and what they are um succeeding with, like their milestones and things like that. But I think that is like so hard because like there's a lot of people that I don't even know if I can make the list. Like obviously like I love Rose and obviously I love Pingo Dingo Time, whatever, I don't know what they call her, yeah. And I absolutely adore Guppy and I love from like I'm trying to think of people I love from a distance though too, you know what I mean? Um like at least more of a distance. Let me try to think in my head right now. Um there's like some idol like there's there's an idol named Shiopan in Japan
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
and she's a black idol and I don't like to just be like, "Oh, I know this," but unfortunately like sometimes maybe other people don't know how to like approach the I guess the conversation. I don't know. I will say from the perspective of somebody who is black, uh obviously when you're an idol you don't want to just be like a black idol, you want to just be an idol, but you are also a black idol, right? So I think it's really amazing that like when any like black idols like take the chance and like go to Japan and just start just like I'm gonna do this, like even if there's like people like saying that I can't do it or making it weird for me. But also Shiopan is of a ethnic background that is the same as mine. And it is very uncommon to find people of our background in like real life, unless like you're on the tiny island. So it is so cool that out of like the very few, like, whatever, foreign idols in Japan that this person is like sharing like ethnic background with me, and then also is so talented and like so pretty, and going against whatever anybody tells them they couldn't do. Because I also come from a time period where uh nonstop, like, this is actually a little bit of Kaiga idol history for you. And this is like almost, it's not like tea because like it's like public knowledge, but it's kind of like, whoa, that's crazy. Um, Back in the day, there was a lot of idols, like, or people who were wanting to be idols. At the time, Kaiga idol didn't exist as a term. And so the crowd kind of referred to themselves as net idols. Um, and there was one guy who would like swear that if you listen to me, I'm going to make your idol dreams come true. And he was like talking to like a lot of like people who were like truly like children at the time, and he would be saying like the most horrible things, and like oftentimes it was like, oh, if your hair is this curly, or if your hair is like this, you can't be an idol, and you can't do this and that. And like it was a huge thing in the community, where it was so even more niche then than it is now, that people would take his word. And like he even interrupted the career paths of some people who were idols in Japan at the time. And it was this whole thing. And I remember like being a kid and reading that and being like, oh, I'm this way, so I can't be an idol, and being like, not thinking like I should I'm a kid, so I'm not thinking I should try to be an idol anyways. I'm thinking like, oh my god, like, I need, like, how can I change everything about myself so I can like have like, things like that, because I just loved idols. It was like, would I ever become an idol? Like, probably like not, like, it would never happen. But like, then at the time though, as a child, you're like, but I don't even have the option. What do you mean? Um, so that was like a really, I hate to say it, but like unsurprisingly prominent thing back then. And um, just, it will always be nice to see that any steps that are taken to like move past that, because it was way worse than I'm saying on stream right now. So yeah.
Well, at least we got away from that, and now we have a lot
As
of idols of various backgrounds. So, and
yes. And I think that's very, again, what is like, so how do you say, just like, the parts of the community that just make it very nice, and also in comparison to some of the things or ways that it used to be a lot more of. Hmm.
yeah, at least
And
yeah.
yeah, I think that's, and anybody who is putting themselves out there, I think, is kind of inspiring to me. Like, even like the now presenters, I'm like, you guys are all little babies, like just deciding you want to do this and coming out here and putting your best foot forward. Um, and yeah, I could talk way too long about that. So that's all you're getting from me right now.
But yeah, there's a lot of people in this community that are
Mm,
definitely inspiring, and
mm.
yeah, that's you know, with that with that dude. I hope that guy has a bad day every single day. But like,
Yeah, I don't know what
yeah.
he's doing now, but it was a thing. It was crazy at the time, like watching it in real time. Yeah. No,
um,
no, no.
mm, speaking about the Kai Guy idol scene now, what would
Hmm.
you like to see more of from the scene?
I feel like I kind of spoke to the moon and back in a sense about that in my other question, which is like just keeping an open mind, and for people to remember what makes our scene like so special, that other scenes might not even have the privilege of having, in a sense. um it depends on how you view it, of course, but like, it feels like a privilege at least. um and to just do things like, I just think that people, if you're passionate about something, like, don't, I would love to like, kind of similar to that time, like whatever long ago, a lot of people, I remember growing up and watching like a lot of people being like, I'm never going to be good enough for this, right? And a lot of people, I would like in real time watch people like, posting online like, I'm giving this up, and they would just vanish. because it was that serious back then. And I think that people just taking a shot and doing what they love now, I would love to continue to see that because I already see it. It's already always happening, especially now more than ever. And I think that I would love that to continue to be the case. And I know my perspectives are so old school. I'm sorry. And some of the things I'm saying, people are like, I can't even know what you're talking about or comparing it to, but listen, it was rough back in the day. Um, but um, and then also, obviously, I want to see shows, but I want to see like shows put on with like uh a lot more like care in a way. I think to also keep up the diversity in like show lineups and things like that. Um because let me tell you, there are amazing idols of every single genre and whatever like POC, anything style, like musical genre. There's so many amazing idols. Um, and I don't know. What else would I like to see? I don't know. M- Me getting better at. I'm just kidding. um, hmm. I feel like that's like at the core of it. I want just our community to remain as special as it is, and for it to grow in the best ways and not, lose sight of all the things that make it good, and for us to just keep improving on what we already have, I think is, yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, as this scene, like as I've seen it in 2024 up to now, it's grown steadily, and
Mm,
I don't know what's gonna happen in the future, but like I really hope it just goes on the way up. So,
yes, exactly.
what else? Oh, one last thing. Any upcoming performances that you want to announce publicly?
Um, I can only announce potentials, or I can only say like dates, but August 23rd. Um, maybe something around the beginning of October, and maybe something in November. That's
Ooh,
it.
I
That's all I
see.
got for you.
Gotcha. Well,
Yeah.
that is it for this interview portion of Idolize, but we have one more segment that we have to get through that is
What?
government mandated, which is called the
What?
worst pep talk ever, where
Oh, oh,
Egg-
okay, okay. I'm scared. Guys, help.
I have to give you a pep talk for 1 minute, and it's always awful, and people love it for some reason. I really want to get rid of this segment, but I can't. So this,
No, no, it's your segment. Now it's your show. Now I'm interviewing you. Let's go. Let's hear it.
all right, I'll do minute. All right, Tchii. Even though I've like the first time I saw you at Idol Village, that was awesome, and like you know, uh, after all that and seeing you at Angel's Reign, at Pengi Party, every single performance that I've seen you is powerful. Like you are legit a powerful performer, and I really want to see you in real life. I think I say this to every single performer because like I'm stuck here in Las Vegas, but like I really do want to see you in real life on a stage, because like oh my god, the way you perform, and Shin Takarajima, my goodness, I want to see that so bad. um, yeah, being someone who was an odomite, or and then turned into an idol, and like everything leading up to now is so cool, and keep doing what you gotta do. Yeah, yeah, that's it for me.
It was one. Was it 1 minute?
A minute 7. So
Oh, okay, perfect. As long as it was 1 minute. Yes. Thank you. I love that pep talk. I do think you should do it for everybody. And I hope that one day you can be at a show with specifically Shin Takarajima in it. Because I was gonna retire it, but I think I decided I would just save it for the like best like moments. I want to get more. I want to like break my record of how many people I can get on
It's on
stage or doing a thunder
stage.
snake, right? So learn your thunder snake, Eggy. I don't want you to
Oh,
watch it. You're gonna be in it.
man, I don't know about my stamina, dude. So
No, you can do it. I believe in you. I believe in you.
we'll see. But
I'll teach you thunder snake.
we'll see in the future. But that is it for this episode. If you have not followed Tchii, follow her idol account, which also leads to her main account. So yeah. And also it's on the overlay. Just search the handles there too, if anything. But yeah. Thank you so much for everyone who tuned in for the stream. If you missed any part of the stream, the VOD will be up and uploaded tomorrow on YouTube, youtube.com/idoleyez101. I'll probably promote it on Twitter and Instagram as well. So yeah. Thank you, Tchii, for being on the show. Thank you so much. This is probably legit one of my favorite episodes of the year. So
Really?
yes.
That's crazy. Because I run my mouth. Oh my god, guys, get me tape. Oh my god.
No. But yeah, you're awesome.
Thank you. You're awesome too, Eggy. Thank you so much for having me.
I'm not.
I swear to God, you're gonna learn that thunder snake. You sleep with one eye open tonight.
We'll see if I can do some motorgay. I don't know. I'm too. No.
No, what did I say? What did I say? I don't want to hear it.
Just do it.
You're gonna be dust in 100 years. Why would you not just give it like a, you know, like that video Mimi posted me with like tiny like Wodagay sticks. I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep saying it, guys. Like, don't hit me. I'm sorry. Yes. Well, we're gonna start baby style, and then we'll. Yes.
Just go hard.
But thank you so much, Eggy. This was so much fun. Thank you everybody to everybody who came and watched. And yeah, I will see you guys somewhere else hopefully soon.
I don't know if I'm gonna do an episode next week, but we'll see you on the next confirmed date of August 23rd. We're interviewing 2 idols from Sydney, Australia. We're going back to Sydney, baby. So
Is it who I think? Oh my god.
who knows? Who knows who? I don't know. I don't know who will it be. But
Oh, stop! Don't say my favorites right now. Oh my god. Okay.
stay tuned for that. And we'll be going to the end of the screen. Take care, brush your hair, be kind, rewind. Stay gold. Bye-bye.